All right. We're back again. We've been gone, what, 2 months now? It's been almost 2 months since we
Yeah, it's
recorded
been
last time. So, welcome to the 6 Point Perspective. Episode 12. And we should be on like episode 50, but it's okay. It's okay. We're back. So, uh, a lot's going on in 2 months, fellas. Lots going on. Lots going on. But before we get into that, all right, Rod, who's sponsoring us today?
Hey man, sponsor today is Miss Millie's collard green sandwiches and helmet decals down in Kinston, North Carolina.
All right, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Helmet decals.
Helmet decals, collard green sandwiches.
y'all just gonna overlook that he said collard green sandwich. That's what
Collard green
y'all
sandwich.
focus on
That
the
too.
helmet
That
decal.
too. I mean, I was trying to figure out which one was worse, that or the helmet decals. But
And if it's on cornbread, you straight.
Oh,
So what?
see,
I
there we
can't.
go. There we go. Close to Thanksgiving. Close to Thanksgiving. So, fellas, a lot has gone on in 2 months. We well into the football season. We've had an election, which we're not going to talk about. Um, yeah, like Mike Tyson fought at 58, and I'm gonna let him leave that up to y'all. But um, a lot has
Talk
gone.
about that for a minute.
So before we even get into that, hey, let's go ahead and give Speedy his props because he called it. He called it. He said that man was 58 years old. That man had no business boxing. He called it. He called it. So, but I guess we can just kick it off with that. Mike Tyson, please tell me, did y'all see the link that I sent y'all in the text group
No,
where
I didn't see it.
I didn't see
I
it.
didn't,
where
I
he
didn't see. I
I
did
didn't
didn't
see
see
it.
it.
he did the
I didn't see
interview?
it, Coach.
He did the interview and he kisses the man on the cheek
Oh
and then he
yeah,
turns around and he walks off.
that was his son.
Yeah, that
That,
was his
that was
son.
his son. That was his
Yeah,
son.
yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
you talking about when Mike was ass out?
yeah.
yes.
I'm like, bruh, that's what we doing. So here's the thing, man. At 58, it was a money thing for Mike. It was an $80 million split, right? I've heard so many things, so I don't know what's true, what's not true.
Mike got 20 million off that fight.
Mike got 20 million off of that, right? So
Yeah,
from what I heard something that someone said that the longer Mike lasted, the more money Mike was going to get off
yeah,
of it. I
because
heard that.
so he couldn't knock Jake Paul out in the first round because, like you said, the longer the fight lasted, the more money he received. He
Right,
would receive on the back end. So yeah,
right. So now, I saw a left hook that Mike hit Jake Paul with, and it knocked Jake pretty across the ring, first roundish, right?
hmm
Um, my thing is, although at 58, you don't forget how to punch. Now, if it had been a real fight, Mike probably would have lost. Like Speedy said, I give Speedy his props for that. But you don't forget how to punch. You're looking at Mike Tyson in a boxing ring. In one round, this dude threw 7 punches. So it lends me to think, okay, this whole thing was an exhibition set up Mike to make some money. It wasn't a real boxing. It wasn't a real boxing match. You look at Mike Tyson in his training, where he's throwing punches, where he's moving around. Then he gets in the ring, and it's like, oh well. So it was good. Jerry Jones was the winner of all of that.
Oh, Jerry makes money. We'll talk about him a little bit later.
Yeah.
Speedy, go ahead, man, because I know you had some stuff to say. Go ahead. What you had to say? Because we were all talking about Mike, and Speedy was the only one that was really consistent
Man,
saying,
y'all,
Uh,
I mean Kobe. Yeah, Kobe
not the
also.
only one.
Yeah,
okay,
I tried to told you. I tried to told
this
you.
this this is my thing, and that's what I was telling Rodney. Man, it was thinking about the old Mike Tyson. I mean, you 58. You just think about it. That'd be just like me trying to go out there and run a 40 yard dash, saying I'm gonna run a 4.2, 4.3. It ain't gonna happen.
It,
It ain't
it,
gonna happen.
it didn't happen before, so that ain't
Father,
nothing.
hey, Father time catches up with you, baby.
What you say,
Hey,
Kev?
I said that
hey,
ain't happened before, so
hey,
that
hey,
ain't
you
nothing
better
new.
Google. Hey, you better Google me, homie. No,
He
no,
said,
but
check my records.
yeah, but no, but that's just not gonna happen. I mean, all of us wanted Mike Tyson to win, but I mean, 58 years old. I mean, that's father times. I mean, it, it just wasn't gonna happen. I mean, you guys seen the fight, man. I mean, Tyson. I mean, he looked. That was pathetic performance. I mean, that was pathetic, man. That
Yeah.
man threw what 97 punches in 8 rounds or something like that.
I don't
Man,
think
that
it
was,
was that many. I don't think it was that many. I know he landed 18 punches. It was like 84, 85 punches, something like that.
hell, he did more biting on his gloves than he did anything.
You know
Were
what?
those gloves infused?
Hey,
No, that's the thing. Mike has always done that. He's always I think that's like a comforting thing for him, like just like people who suck their thumbs. I think that's a
yeah.
comfort thing for him.
Well, that's what the
Um,
commentators was talking about last night. Hell, they even got into it. I think Roy Jones was saying that, Mike need to stop, and the other guy saying that, that's what he do. That's what Tyson does. But
Well, Mike said after the fight he had a biting fetish, so we already
yeah,
know he bit somebody's
yeah.
ear off one time. So, yeah, I agree. The fight was pathetic. However, I do applaud him because at 58, go 8 rounds. Granted, it's 2 minutes. I don't
Man,
think some of
man,
us get tired
I get
carrying
in the
bottles of
ring.
water up the steps.
I get in the ring 16 minutes and run around for 16 minutes. I do that.
Hey man, you and Kev both about 58, so y'all should know.
I'm the oldest one on here. I'm 57, so I know. That's why I knew.
Damn,
That's why I knew.
57.
Yeah,
That man said, and the man kept saying, "Hey man, that man is fixed. Father
yeah.
time, man, Father time."
It
Like,
you know
wasn't
what
gonna happen.
though? I think people just wanted to see Jake Paul get knocked out because everybody knows
Exactly.
Jake Paul's a jerk. I don't think a lot of people were like nostalgic, so they were, they want to see Iron Mike. I knew that wasn't gonna happen. In my mind, I'm thinking that if this was a legitimate fight, I felt like if Mike didn't get him out the first round, then it wasn't gonna happen. But as the week went on, and you started to hear about Tyson making more money, couldn't knock him out, I said, okay, this is a money play. You know what I'm saying? So, like I told y'all in the chat, I know he can. He got some money. He can go play with his pigeons. He can do podcasts and smoke his dope, and he good, man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Jake Paul wanting to fight Canelo. Oh, let me
Right.
back up. Like I texted y'all in the group. I felt like Friday was a lose-lose for Jake Paul because you beat up on you beat up on a 58-year-old man, but nobody's gonna take you seriously as a fighter now because you beat up on a 58-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? You let a 58-year-old man basically just that was a glorified sparring session. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? The one time that he fought a real boxer, he lost. Canelo would be a 30-second fight. Canelo would destroy him. So
I
it
agree.
is what it is.
and he
I mean,
said,
but
he said
he's
he
probably
wanted to fight Canelo.
yeah. He
Yeah.
said he
He's
said
just
that.
talking. He's just
He
talking.
said that, but then did y'all see where Javante Davis said that
Called
he
him a
would beat the
clown.
brakes off of him? He said he called him a clown. He said he beat the brakes off him.
Brakes,
Well,
clutch, and steering wheel.
yeah, and Jake Paul
Yeah.
says, "Is there a height requirement in boxing? No, you don't want that smoke.
Jake Paul is a joke. He's a YouTuber.
You don't want to
He's
do
a
that,
joke.
dog.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
don't, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that with Davis or Canelo, man.
He's
If you
not
want to take,
fighting a real
Jake
he's not
Paul is
boxer.
hated
No,
like
man.
people hate Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
but I do give Jake Paul his props, some respect, because I really believe he could have knocked Tyson out if he really wanted to, but he didn't. He put on an exhibition, but I believe he really could have, especially in that third round when he had Tyson. Man, I thought Tyson was getting ready to fall himself, but he came out of it. But
They were saying Mike had a knee injury too. Like his
yeah,
legs look horrible. He
yeah,
looked like he was walking on stilts.
Yeah,
he
man.
had the Magic Johnson knee braces on. Knee brace on.
You see, he almost fell walking out.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I said,
okay, yeah.
oh, it's over.
Yeah.
But you know what? Nobody's talking about the fight before that. Those two
Oh,
chicks.
Oh, those two chicks were throwing them things out.
Yes, sir.
They was
I-
slinging them.
They were
Fight of
going
the
at
night.
it. They were going
I
at
didn't
Fight of
see
the
that.
night.
Hey, man. They was throwing them things out.
And old girl
Wow.
got robbed.
She got robbed. She got
Serena
robbed.
got robbed.
Serena got robbed, man. She beat the wheels off that chick.
And did.
So
And
so so switch gears slightly, but Rod, you said that the winner of it all was Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
You know
absolutely.
I don't like to agree with Rod, but
well,
yeah, he
well,
was.
we gonna transition into this because I think we need to have this conversation.
Oh Lord.
Rod got on his shirt, but we have to have this conversation.
Let me go take my blood pressure medicine.
No need to take it. No need to take it.
Don't need
No
to.
need to take it. Because if you don't know, and if in case anybody's watching, Crawl has been up under a rock, the Dallas Cowboys stink. Stink.
Absolutely
We
stink.
are awful.
Dumpster juice.
Gorilla stink.
But I think it goes to a point. All the men on this call, we have said it time and time again that we can dissect coaching staff, we can dissect personnel, but my frat and happy Founders Day to you has said plenty of times you can't bad management, man. You can't overcome bad management. And Jerry Jones is the poster child of bad management. He is the little Al Davis of this time because all Jerry Jones cares about is selling out that stadium. Hence, him being the winner of that entire Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fiasco. But let's talk about our Cowboys.
Do we have to?
Hey, Hack. So it's funny. It's funny, man. That I sat and laughed because it made big news. It made big headlines. All last week, the receivers were talking about the sunlight coming to the stadium, how you can barely see the ball and so forth and so on.
Receiver.
It wasn't
Okay, my
receiver.
fault. You're right.
It
You're right. You're right. It was prima donna.
It was
Prima donna.
88.
It was prima donna talking about how you couldn't see and this and the third. And Jerry said it wasn't a big deal. Why last night he put up a curtain? The Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. He put up a curtain last night to block out the sun. It's stuff like that, man. I'm like, this guy. But if we must talk about him,
Well, we
let's
we
talk
have to
about him.
talk about them. What is the source of our problems? What can we do? You all put your GM hats on. We have how many more games left?
What is it, Cam? 8, 9?
We 3-6 now.
We're 3-6. It's 9 games. So we've got what? 8 games left.
We got 8 games left.
8 games
Yeah.
left.
What can we do right now for the remaining 8 games to end the season on a high note? Not make the playoffs, but end the season on a high note, giving us some semblance of hope going into the offseason. What can we do? If you were the GM, what would you try to do right now?
Tank.
You could sit all your players and
Tank.
get as high a draft pick as possible.
Tank.
That's
Period.
what you can do. You have
Period.
no hope.
Tank.
This season is
None.
done. Not with
None.
Cooper Rush throwing. What did he throw for? Like 40 yards?
47 yards.
47 yards.
Come on, man. That's
47.
not even. He's not even an NFL quarterback.
13 for 25, 47 yards.
47 yards. So like Kobe said, like he's go ahead, Kobe. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, brother.
Just sit all your players, tank, get as high a draft pick as you can, and then trade down to get multiple picks because chances are you're gonna mess it up anyway because you can't draft worth a clip. So increase the odds by increasing the number of picks that you get by trading down and getting multiple decent picks.
So, Hack, you said put the GM hat on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take it a step further because this season's over. So if I'm the GM, I'm tanking, like Kobe said. But you know what I'm gonna do? Getting rid of 11. I'm trading him out of the division at the beginning of the league year 2025.
Mhm.
I'm going to trade him into the AFC.
Mhm.
Jacksonville more than likely will have the number 1 pick. I'm going to call Jacksonville and offer Jacksonville Michael Parsons for their first round pick, maybe a third and a player. I'm getting something for him. Trading Dakota. Gonna call the Raiders. They need a quarterback. I'm gonna get Dakota to waive his no trade clause. I'm gonna trade him. Somebody eat that salary. You got to blow the whole thing up. You have to. You got to get some space eaters on the defensive line. to help stop the run. More than likely, DeMarcus Lawrence is not coming back. You need a defensive end. You're going to have to, and honestly, the Cowboys may not be bad this year. They may be bad for the next 2 to 3 years, because you got to understand, DeMarcus Lawrence is probably going to leave. There's a couple cats in that secondary that's probably going to. I think Jordan Lewis, his contract is almost up.
Hooker's 200. Hooker's 200 years old.
Yeah,
like
so you got to get what you can get draft capital wise. And I'm just sick of Micah Parsons. Unless you're going to tell him, look, do your podcast, but you don't talk about football. You can talk about politics. You can talk about women. You can talk about cars. You can talk about the NBA. Keep your mouth closed about football if you're going to continue to do your podcast.
And as far as coaching staff?
I'm going to get Ben Johnson.
Come on, man.
I'm going to get Ben Johnson. This is me. If Ben Johnson costs too much, then I'm probably going to get. I know it's an unpopular thing, but I'm gonna see if Kirby Smart is interested. I'm getting rid of that defensive coordinator.
Kirby.
I love Kirby Smart.
Interesting.
That's very interesting. Man, never heard about Kirby.
His name been passed around. His name has been passed around. Kirby Smart.
I love Kirby Smart. I'm going to get Kirby Smart. As far as Mike Zimmer shouldn't have been there from the jump. He was already there one time, and our defense was ass. That's like hiring Mike Zimmer again was like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. It made no sense. Like you blow the whole thing up.
Okay.
You got to. What's the definition of insanity?
Somebody tell me that. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different result.
My point exactly. That's what the Cowboys are doing. It's insane.
So unlike Eric, whenever I don't mind agreeing with Eric, right? So like he said, blow it all up. Like Kobe said, tank. You're saying that we're saying the same thing basically. I would trade podcast Parsons. If it's not going to get any better. And Kobe said in our text group, he said it in our text group. This is going to be the beginning of years of bad football. Props to Kobe.
Yeah, you did, Kobe. You said that.
Hack and I have said it, and I think Kobe might have said it too. I am hoping we lose the rest of the games this year so it can get that bad. So then maybe Jerry has to do something differently. Like he said, I would trade podcast Parsons. I would try to figure out a way to trade Prescott, right? Y'all know I like doing mock drafts. I like doing them just to kind of see what's going on. I just enjoy doing the playing GM thing. I've been doing them. The Cowboys have so many holes. The draft ain't gonna fix it. We don't have a 4th round pick because we traded somebody to get rid of a 4th round pick. I think we got two or three 5th round picks. Kev can look it up and see. But I think we got 2 or 3 5th round picks. We got one, two, first, second, third, no 4th. I think it's like I said, 2 or 3 5th round. But it's so many holes. The draft ain't gonna fix it. We know Jerry Jones ain't gonna spend no money in free agency. We are doomed to see a lot of really bad football. Our entire D line could be gone, like you said. D-Law's gonna be gone. Our D tackles are gone and they're on the field. They stink. Mozzie Smith is a bust. Donovan Wilson has forgotten how to tackle. Malik Hooker never tackles. We know Trayvon Diggs ain't gonna tackle. He's more interested in getting stats and interceptions. So the Cowboys are really, really bad at American football, and it's not going to get any better anytime soon. We can draft, we can talk about it, so forth and so on, man, but it's just not. The offensive line is absolutely terrible. Nobody's talking about how our 1st round draft pick is now on the bench for the last 3 games. Is he hurt?
He was hurt. Yeah.
I didn't realize he was
shoulder.
Hurt. I didn't realize he was hurt. But even when he's on the field.
But that kid from his backup, I think his backup played better than he did anyway.
Yeah, even when 60's on the field, he's either holding or getting a false start.
His backup is from North Carolina. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Fasim Riches. I don't even want to talk about Terrence Steele raggedy ass. I don't even want to talk about him.
Oh my God.
I don't even want to talk about that dude.
So let me ask this. Kev, let me ask you. How do you feel you and Speedy in particular, how do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about trading Michael Parsons?
I agree. I would have did it before trade deadline.
Okay, okay. Would you
Uh,
go
Out
ahead,
of the
Speedy? Go ahead,
division,
Speedy. I'm
out
sorry.
of the division,
Hmm.
I would be looking for the future. Um, I want them to lose the rest of their games, even though Jerry won't admit that. Yeah, I'm a fuck up and I messed this up. But
Oh, Kevin Curse. Oh,
yeah,
Kevin, this is a
PG
PG-13
but
show.
but
We have children
he
watching this.
Oh, it's all right, man. Go ahead.
it's funny. I saw that clip when Jimmy Johnson left. Jerry Jones was basically bragging like anybody could have coached those teams.
Mhm.
You know, anybody can do it. So, I mean, he thinks he's GM extraordinaire. He ain't won jack.
No,
He ain't
no.
won jack. Since Jimmy
Yeah,
left, okay, Barry Switzer won only because that's Jimmy's team. We
Jimmy
knew
seen.
that. But he ain't won nothing since.
but that
So,
even with that Barry Switzer, that's a testament to the team itself for
right,
having enough self-discipline and team discipline to be able to run it back with a new coach.
they
right.
had team discipline. They had no self discipline. Them
Team,
jokers was
team. Oh
wild.
no, 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 not self. Totally team discipline. Totally team discipline. But Speedy, do you think we should trade? I mean, we should use Parsons like we did Herschel Walker
ab-
because
ab-
that
absolutely,
that
coach. Absolutely. This is my thing with Parson. I think the worst thing that ever happened to us is when they moved him to defensive end.
Hmm.
When they
Thank
moved
you.
him, when they
Thank you.
moved, when they moved, that guy is only concerned about sacks. That's the only thing he's concerned about. He does not play disciplined football. He knifes down inside because he's trying to get a sack. Just watch him play. He is he is it's no discipline with him. And that dude come back with coach. And that's on Zimmer. That's on Zimmer because they let that man do what he want.
No, that's on Dan Quinn, who's now
Yeah. Well,
that
yeah.
started with him.
Dan Quinn started it, but Zimmer. I mean, we heard about Zimmer, this big disciplinarian, but that ain't turned out to be true. I mean, he just letting them guys do what they want to. But the main thing that happened is when Parson moved to defensive end. Now, just imagine if we had Parson and Overshawn at linebackers, running from sideline to sideline. Man, man,
yeah.
man,
Right.
I think 13 is our best football player right now.
I would
Definitely.
agree.
Easily. It's not even.
Yeah,
It's not even close, right?
I think
Easily the
13
best
is our
football
best football player.
player.
But
Easily.
Our best safety's on the
again,
bench.
yeah, but again, offensively, what I would do, Cooper Rush, he ain't the answer. I go with Trey Lance, see what he can do. I'm not the. I know y'all. I don't think tanking's a good word with me. I don't like losing in nothing, but it is what it is. But I just see what Trey Lance can do. Forget Cooper Rush. He's not the answer. We know you can't go an NFL game 15 for 25 for 42 yards. You just can't do that, man.
So,
That's unacceptable right there.
so what?
That's not quarterback play right there.
So what changed between the time when Dak went out the first time and he
Yes.
led us to 5-1 record to now
We had a
for
different we
thrown
had
for
a
47
we
yards?
had a different offensive coordinator.
Different OC.
Okay. All right. So
We had a different OC. Um, and I think
Different
and I
OC
think
and
and I
the
think
and the teams are better.
the
Right,
Teams
teams
are
were
playing
right,
better.
better.
Yeah,
right.
Teams were better. Different OC. We had a running game. Like our
People,
running game,
exactly.
or we had a running game. Like we
people,
we don't we don't have a running game now.
people poo-poo the losses we had in free agency because they weren't like superstar top tier
Mhm,
players.
mhm.
But we lost a significant amount of contributing players on both
Yes,
sides of the football.
They
yes.
with
And
the
we and
Commanders now, Kobe. They with
and
the
look, and the
Commanders.
Commanders are,
Yeah,
competing for first place in the division. So
yeah.
everybody kind of just, because we didn't lose like a CD Lamb, but those guys were really, really good football players, and we didn't replace them with anybody. except for maybe some rookies in some spots that are trying to learn the game. So the overall team itself, as far as the talent, has dissipated. And I mean, it's just logic. When you only draft to try to replace what you lost, and everybody else drafts and signs free agents, you're automatically behind the eight ball.
Yep.
And if that doesn't change, it don't matter who's coaching.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
It does not matter who's playing quarterback, right? It doesn't matter the scheme. You're always going to be fighting from behind, trying to make up that talent gap.
So, boy, this could be a subject for another podcast. That offensive coordinator that we were talking about, they're 7-2 right now.
Who, Ben Johnson?
No, Kellen Moore.
Oh,
Kellen
Kellen Moore.
Moore. I'm
Yeah,
still,
just
I
saying.
mean,
So I'm gonna say this.
I'm still not a
Just
fan
saying.
of Kellen Moore.
I'm gonna say this because I
Yeah.
feel like I need to say it. I'm not a fan of Kellen Moore either,
Hey, I'm not either.
and I think that Kellen Moore has finally he's figured it out with this team
They
because
got Saquon Barkley at running back.
because he tried the same thing with Jalen Hurts that he tried with Dakota. He wanted to throw the ball 40, 50 times. And they struggled in those games where he was trying to throw the ball. It's not if they had any common sense, they look at, hold up, you got a future Hall of Famer in the backfield. They started running him. They've been doing more play action. They've been doing a lot of just different types of RPOs with him now, and they've been more successful with it.
Man,
So,
they said they had a stat where they said Jalen Hurts is probably under center more than any quarterback in the NFL. He's under center.
Now,
so
to play devil's advocate, of course, I'm not. I was never a Kellen Moore fan either. I thought his play calling sucked, right? But we did average between what was it, 28 and 30 with Kellen Moore's OC Kev.
Yeah.
And we got put out in the first round. So
We let the league in scoring with Kellen Moore. That's so it's I see what y'all saying. I see it both ways. Yeah, he's figured it out some stuff, but I mean, was he really that bad if we led the league in scoring?
Like Coach said, and Kobe said, we had a running game then. We do not have a running game.
Yeah, I mean, we had a running game, but then too, you got to think about how we scored those points. We had a lot of explosive plays. The reason that we fizzled out in those seasons is because we scored quickly. And those games, if y'all recall, when we played those games, we jumped out on teams early. We built leads and told our defense to hold on. Just hold on. But when we did not score early,
we lost. Yeah, we lost.
We kept our defense out on the field way too long, and it put us in awkward situations. So with Kellen Moore, I will say, good luck, Eagles. Good luck, because if you get to a point where he ignores Saquon and he gets pass happy, you're gonna be in a whole lot of trouble.
A whole lot.
And as for Dan Quinn, I am happy for him. However, there's always a downside to being a player's coach. That only lasts for so long, because when you have to be disciplined and you have to be able to do things, and you don't have a guy that's there that's really going to hold you accountable down the stretch, that can burn you. And he got burned in the Super Bowl being a player's coach. He got burned with us a few times being a player's coach and just not. You can't finish the deal.
I disagree about the Super Bowl. He got burned because he got conservative.
Okay.
I don't think it was more so as being a player's coach.
The person, I mean, okay, I can get with that, but it was
you talking about when he was in Atlanta?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, that's Shanahan right there. That's Shanahan. That's Shanahan.
That's right. That's another Shanahan.
Yeah,
that was Shanahan. You had a Shanahan running the offense then, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's Shanahan right there.
So
they got conservative though. Like, why not keep doing what got you there? You got a 28-3 lead and you just take your foot off the gas.
Agreed. I can get with that. But I just think when you're a player's coach though, when you need things from certain players, they get in bad habits. They get in certain types of they get in bad habits that you don't really check them on because you're essentially a fan of theirs. Michael Parsons did a lot of bad things, and he was never checked. He was never checked, and it put us in a lot of bad situations. But I still think he's a good coach. Um, but I think you know, I think they're still gonna beat the brakes off us. But
Man, when I went to the game in Atlanta with the Cowboys and the Falcons, man, our D line, man, they look like basketball players. They tall and slender, man. Ghostin, Ghostin looked like a straight power forward. I mean, Ghostin, 97, tall and lean. The only fat boy we do have is 58, and we know he ain't giving us nothing. I mean,
and that's why
he
we're
is straight,
31st in the
he,
NFL against stopping
he
the
is
run.
he is straight trash. Man, I'd be embarrassment when they put defensive tackle 110 out of 110, you number 110. Come on, man. Come
Hey,
on, man.
Speedy, what's crazy is Golston played DN at Iowa and was pretty good at DN. So the Cowboys have moved him to D tackle. And he'll weigh about like 270.
That was a Dan Quinn thing.
That was a
Dan
Rod,
Dan
Quinn,
Quinn. Yeah.
Rod, I'm
Quinn
telling
likes
you,
his defensive lineman like that.
Rod, I'm telling you, man, he looked like a basketball player.
I'm
He
looking up
don't look like a
like
football player. He look like a basketball player.
6'5",
Dan,
270 playing D tackle.
I
What?
said,
Dan Quinn,
I see why we're getting blown off the ball, man. We got a basketball team out here.
that
so
goes
Dan
back to
Quinn.
what Hack just said because
Dan
Dan
Quinn.
Quinn wanted his defensive linemen to be small and fast because the defense was built off of the offense getting a lead,
mhm.
and then the defense can just pin their ears
and
back
just
and just
rush the
pass
pass.
rush.
Yep,
That's it.
and
And
just
he
rush the
wanted
pass.
small, fast guys on the defensive line. I don't know if y'all watched any of the Steelers Ravens game today, but the Ravens, their two inside defensive tackles,
Man,
man,
listen.
both of them cats is like 350.
I'm watching it
That
right
is
now.
They're big.
ridiculous.
I'm
They're
watching right now,
big.
dude. Them some big dudes,
And,
man.
and get some and that's what we don't have. We get blown off the ball. That's why teams are getting 8-9 yards a pop rushing against us. And
Yep.
it's sad. That's why we're sad on both sides of the ball. You gotta blow the whole thing up.
All right, so
Blow it up.
we've talked about the depressing stuff. We're gonna get off the depressing stuff now. That's enough because we could talk about this all day. But I'm gonna ask this question because I have to ask it. We were in the text group, and I think was it who asked the question about the song? I think it was E. E asked the question about the slow jam song. If you had to pick one slow jam song
Oh yeah.
for an intimate time, what would it be? And we all chimed in. And so I have to ask this question roughly in the same vein as that question. But it's a little different. We just I don't know if you guys celebrate Halloween or not. May or may not. But question would be, you have one and you can only choose one, E, just one, because I know you'll come back and say, well, maybe can I and now I actually pulled an E the other day and said I want to switch my pick. But
Your wife is not gonna like you picking on me. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
anyway, one scary movie. You can only choose one. You can one scary movie that if you truly wanted to scare the brakes off someone and to just scare them into submission, what movie would you show? And you could only show that one movie.
Hey, I plead the fifth. I don't watch scary movies.
I don't either. I don't either. But I think I've probably seen like 3 or 4 scary movies in my day.
So first, before you even answer, why? Because I got one of my homeboys, Speedy, that to this day, one of my homies will say he can't even watch the commercials. Like if they do a commercial, So a
Damn.
scary movie.
Gee.
He won't
Turn the
even watch it. He won't even watch it. He'll turn the channel. So I said, "Are you serious?" Now I haven't really been into scary movies like that as I've gotten older, but I've gotten away from it. But why? Why not scary movies?
I just prefer comedy, action. I'm just not into the scary movie
Yeah.
type. It does nothing for me.
Okay.
I mean, this
Hey,
is like it's like they wanted to go to the haunted house. I want to go to a haunted house. There's people jumping out trying. I'm like, come on, man, that ain't gonna do nothing with me.
I'm messing around and hit somebody in the face.
I'm just gonna look at them like they're crazy. Like, okay, yeah.
Hey,
I
dog,
think
it's scary enough being a black man in America. I don't want to be scared on them
Now
from a
you
movie.
said no serious stuff. Now you said no serious stuff today, so I could get into that all day. So we're not gonna talk about that. You are absolutely right, but
I
we're not gonna
think
talk about the serious stuff today. We're not gonna talk about the serious stuff today.
I've seen scary movies. I've watched, a few of them. I just think they're funny though. So
Okay,
I don't.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I
no,
don't.
no, 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 no,
I
no.
got one.
Okay,
I got one. I
okay,
got
no,
one.
no.
One of the
Scratch
few that I
that.
seen.
Scratch that. Scratch that.
Oh, okay.
Baby.
You have we're in our 20s, we're dating. We're not married now. This is a hypothetical. We're not married. You're dating, and you know the key to a woman's heart is to make her laugh. So what comedy would you show her to make her laugh? And you could only choose one.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Not stand up, a movie. The movie. We're saying movie, not movie. Don't say Eddie Murphy Delirious or anything like that. Nope. Movie.
I I want to say this only because my daughter loves it, and I've seen it so many times with her, and she laughs her ass off of it. White chicks.
Ooh,
Really?
yeah.
Like, okay. Wow. Okay.
Terry Crews makes that movie though. He makes
Yeah,
that movie.
it's funny. I've seen it a lot with her, but she's probably seen it about 100 plus times, and she still laughs to this day. So
Okay. Okay. White chicks. White chicks. Who else?
Harlem
Ah,
Nights. Harlem Nights.
ooh, that's a
that's
good one
That's a
classic.
too.
good one.
Harlem
Harlem
Nights.
Harlem Nights, man.
Harlem Nights.
Mm,
Yes.
mm.
Yes. Yes.
Sunshine.
Yes. You blind.
What? Right.
Okay. All right. So we got one White Chicks, we got one Harlem Nights.
I'm gonna say because it's got a little action in it, and Mike Epps is a fool. I'm gonna say all about the Benjamins.
I
Okay. Okay. Okay.
had to fight my way out of there. I had
Yeah.
to fight my way out of there. Okay. All right. All right. Cool.
Well, my sense of humor is kind of weird, so y'all probably won't even think this is funny, but
He probably gonna say Friends, but go ahead.
let
And that ain't no
me
movie.
scratch that off my list. Nah, I would say old school with Will Ferrell. To
Oh
me, it's
man,
hilarious.
classic.
Hey man, Will
Oh
Ferrell is funny.
man,
I was
classic.
physically crying
Ignorant.
the first
Just
Oh
time I saw
ignorant.
man,
that.
Will
classic.
Ferrell is funny, dog. Will
Oh
Ferrell is
yeah.
hilarious, dog.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Speedy, what you got?
No, I'm gonna go with the Fridays series movies. I like Fridays,
Friday.
especially one when Chris Tucker was on.
Okay. Okay.
They start shooting the last one next year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Cube. They're gonna start filming 2025.
Oh, okay.
Last Friday.
All of them gonna be in it.
He's that's the thing, but the one caveat is Chris Tucker's not gonna be like Chris Tucker's he's religious now, so he doesn't want to be associated with marijuana. So but everybody else is trying to get everybody else to come back.
Yeah. That and the fact that Debo's dead, right?
And Pops.
Yeah, Debo and
Yeah,
Pops both died.
yeah. Pops is gone.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little
Then
difficult.
yeah,
Gonna be a
leave
little
that one
difficult.
alone. Yeah, leave that one alone.
It's gonna be a little difficult. Oh,
What about you, Coach?
man. There's so many obvious ones that I could choose, but I'm gonna go off one that similar to what Kobe said. I mean, it's older, but Yeah. Anyway, Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
Yep.
Dumb and
Yeah.
Dumber.
yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
When,
they
Yes,
are
sir.
funny.
when he hits her in the face with that snowball, I lost it, man. I'm like, that was whew. Step Brothers is another one that,
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
that,
Yeah,
hey,
that's
that
what's
funny
hey,
too.
hey, Billy Madison when he was teeing up on them kids playing dodgeball,
yes, yes,
bruh, that's
yes,
funny.
yes.
Uh, I think the funniest scene from any movie I've ever seen, oh man, is a scene from Soul Man when Bernie Mac and Samuel L. Jackson cussing each other out in the apartment
Talk
scene.
about the dog food. You the
What?
dog.
What? Man, listen.
Hilarious.
That's one of the funniest 7 minutes.
Hilarious.
That's one of the funniest 7 minutes you ever seen
I
in your life,
haven't
dog.
watched that movie.
The movie, the movie itself, hack, it's
Mm.
got bits and pieces that are funny, but the first 7 minutes,
Hold on.
you will scream, dog.
Y'all, we just gonna glare over the fact that Hack said he hadn't watched Soul Man. That's what we're doing.
I ain't seen it either, Hack. So I ain't seen it.
Kev, thank you, Kev. Thank you. No, I have no. I
Because
haven't.
Kev light skinned. Well, I expect that from
That
you.
don't mean nothing.
Hey man,
I've seen a
hey,
lot of black movies, but I ain't seen that one.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, look, man. Y'all go to YouTube and just type in "Soul Man apartment scene." I'm telling you, man.
Oh,
Hilarious.
Dude, you will pee yourself.
Hilarious.
man.
If y'all forget, I'll send it to you so y'all can watch it.
What's my why am I'm having a brain fart?
I wonder why.
Eddie
I wonder
Murphy,
why.
Eddie
Why you having
Murphy
a brain fart?
and Dan Aykroyd. What was the movie they were in?
Trading
Trading
Places.
Places.
Trading Places.
Trading Places.
Dude, I just watched that a couple weeks ago.
Oh my god, man! Who been putting cools out on my floor? like, like crazy. Well, fellas, it's been real. I'm just glad we were able to get on and get a show in.
Yeah. Rod is not exhausted. You all right, Rod?
I'm good.
I'm
I'm
Ain't
good.
got nobody cooking dinner for him
I
today.
look, man. I don't know. You asking Rod if he all right? He got that shirt on. I don't know something wrong with him.
Rod's die hard, man.
Hey,
Never say
man,
die.
listen, dog. Hey
Never
man,
say
listen,
die.
man. Hey man, listen. I recognize the fact that my boys suck, but they still my boys.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
yeah.
That's all I got.
They
Yeah,
look
we
good,
got
but
we.
I'm not
Man,
wearing
listen.
the paraphernalia.
We're in a. Hey, look, I'm in a house. Let's get that straight. We're in a dysfunctional relationship. That's all I got.
Hey, before we leave, E, I need to apologize to you, sir. I talked you out of a bit earlier.
Yes, sir.
You know what?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
bad. You
I'm
ain't
so
had
sorry.
something out of talk me
Hey,
out of
y'all
the
did.
bed.
That's
Y'all
all
you
about
should
that,
have
dog.
bet that money,
God,
because Lord have mercy.
good gracious.
Hey, you know what? Rod didn't know he coming back next year too. He said he was coming back.
Yeah, dog. Hey, coach, did you know that
What?
Who's coming
DJ
back?
DJ Unga Bunga is coming back, bro?
Uncle Booker coming back.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, he
I
should.
saw
He
that.
can't go to the league, so he
I
might as
saw
well.
that.
So-
Hey man, hey
No,
dog.
He
Listen.
I thought
Hey man,
working
listen.
his third
I
master.
thought I thought they said he was trying to come back. He was wanting because of his
No,
arm. I mean,
he's
it ain't
waiting.
went through yet though.
Man,
He's waiting to
it
get his
ain't.
medical red shirt. He
I'm about to
applied
say,
for
it
a
ain't.
medical red shirt.
Hey, cause look, as soon as he said that, I went to the Florida State website
Exactly.
last night. And I was looking for it, dog. I was looking for that. I'm trying to enjoy a little food, a little cocktail last night. They gonna put that on us. They gonna show me that. Hey, dog, what you doing tonight?
Cold dog. I gotta tell you. Guess who is a noob now?
your boy.
Ed Reed.
Yeah, I saw it.
Ed Reed.
I saw it.
That
I would
don't
never guess
match,
that.
man. That don't
It
match.
does.
That's
I
like
never thought.
that's
I never
like
thought that.
Luther. That like Luther's curl. Like
Frankie Lyman.
it never really turned over.
Frankie
They
Lyman.
just don't match. Like
Why doesn't it match?
Yeah,
it
I
just
said,
don't
hey,
match. I
do your
just
thing,
never.
man.
I just never saw Ed Reed.
I saw it was like, huh? Hey Hack, I left my party gifts at the crib, man.
Mm.
Well, I guess you got to throw another party.
Look, I guess so. But I got to do it. I'm dead serious, man. I want to bring everybody, all of y'all, over to the crib, man. I do a brisket or something. We watch a game and check out a game.
He
But I
go
know,
that there on brisket
Speedy. I know Speedy down there in the ATL. So we
And
we gotta
Speedy-
catch him up here. Look,
Speedy always up here.
maybe we can find a golf tournament or something and force him to get up here during the golf tournament. Like just tell him, hey, somebody's playing, and get him up here. No, tell him, let him know
always up here.
Romo's playing, and he invited him to a golf tournament because
Yeah.
the only thing Romo was good at is playing golf because he was awful.
Yeah. Here we go.
Here
All
we
right.
go.
Cue the music.
He was off.
Cue the
I'm not,
music.
gonna, I'm not gonna let you get my blood pressure up.
I
I refuse to.
don't need to. He was
Ooh,
off.
wait a minute. Ooh.
He was off. Him and Dak Prescott are
Wait.
twins.
Hold
They
on.
are twins.
All right. Cue the music.
Ebony and Ivory
Hold on. We gotta do parting shots.
living together in perfect harmony.
Hey, man, I got to roll. I got to go get my truck looked at.
Oh man, look, okay, go, Kobe. You gonna leave us with something?
Yeah, Kobe always do the parting shots.
Today's parting shout out to my man Nick Saban, former Alabama football coach. We all know and respect. One of Nick Saban's sayings is, "Be good at doing the little things well." And so the little things and the consistency of doing those things well will eventually lead to the big things. So be good at doing the little things. And that's my
man,
parting shot.
that fellas, it has been real as always. I love y'all. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Until we see
Man.
y'all again. Peace out.